Hello everybody, welcome to your national television ORTM 1. This is the time of your English program of every Saturday and Sunday. We begin this program by Mali news. First, top news. Mali will have produced more than 11 million tons of cereal and more than 650,000 tons of cotton seed by 2024. These were the findings of the 15th session of the Higher Council for Agriculture. The IS countries have decided to harmonize their energy policy. Experts from the three countries are meeting in Bamako for this exercise. The first ordinary session of the High Council of Local Authorities opened on Monday afternoon. This was an opportunity for the national councillors to take a close look at the problems undermining the nation. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ORTM News. The head of state, Admiral General Assimi Goïta, received in audience the Ministry for Social Affairs of the Republic of Congo. She brought a message of greeting and thanks from the President of the Republic of Congo. It should be noted that after a week of experience sharing with the Ministry of Health, Congo is now taking inspiration from the Malian model in terms of social security. For more details, Irene Marie-Cécile Mboukou Kembatsa, speaking to Tamsir DIABATE's microphone and translated here by Angèle Dambele.
We came to greet transition president and convey greetings from his elder brother, the President of the Republic of Congo, His Excellency Mr. Denis Sassou Nguesso. We came as part of an exchange of experiences. We explained at length to the transition president the progress of his mission, which we have just completed for nearly 2 weeks, the results obtained, and our satisfaction following this mission. The Malian transition president, in his turn, asked us to convey his greeting to His Excellency Mr. Denis Sassou Nguesso, the President of the Republic of Congo. He also expressed his happiness and the knowledge that we Africans have understood how we should work and implement our policies. We have also understood some things regarding community health management since we visited a community health center and what goes in the direction of managing vulnerable populations. And so we are taking this model to try to implement it at home in the social context.
The 15th session of Higher Council for Agriculture took place in Koulouba. This annual meeting of agricultural stakeholders was chaired by the head of state and chairman of the High Council for Agriculture, Admiral General Assimi Goïta. It is an opportunity to assess the past season and make projections for the next 3 years. Report by Nyanya Aliou Traoré and Angèle Dambele.
Fresh foods, cotton, cereal, fruits, and vegetable produce domestically, a backdrop that shows the vitality of Mali's agricultural fields. The latter makes no secret of this fact and warmly thanks the transitional authorities for their unwavering commitment to farmers. This 15th session of the Higher Council of Agriculture provides an opportunity to demonstrate to transition president the wonders of our country achieved in food self-sufficiency. It also provides reassurance about the state of the rapidly changing sector. These results, however, suffer from various difficulties which prevent the sector from reaching its full potential. Each growing area has its own challenges, but the government is keeping a close eye on things. The minister clearly outlined the solutions suggested by the authorities to relieve the burden on agricultural stakeholders. Agriculture remains one of the pillars of the nation's sovereignty. To achieve this, the umbrella organization has made several proposals to the public authorities. The outlook for 2025 and the projection for 2026-2027 are promising. It should be underlined that 10% of the national budget is intended to agriculture by the country's authorities. Its development therefore remains a priority. The establishment of poultry insurance and social protection for poultry farmers the installation of a local fish production unit and capacity building at the National Artificial Insemination Center to boost meat and milk production are also among the initiatives outlined by President Silla for the strategic achievements of Mali's food and nutritional sovereignty.
For the 2025 crop year, the purchase price of first-grade seed cotton has been set at 300 francs CFA, and the subsidized purchase price is 50 kg of mineral fertilizer is 14,000 francs CFA. These are the key decisions to emerge from the 15th session of the High Council for Agriculture. Despite the floods, the results achieved are deemed satisfactory. Sira Batili and Angel Dambele for more details.
Time for assessments and projections for the agricultural sector with presidential measures aimed at achieving food self-sufficiency in mind. In 2024, Mali will have produced more than 11 million tons of cereals and more than 656,000 tons of cottonseed. This is enough to delight the chairperson of the High Council of Agriculture. The head of state, Lieutenant General Assimi Goïta Fessi, reiterated the significance of this framework for exchanges in the agricultural field, which is very promising for Mali. Combining innovation and technical expertise, the agricultural field has achieved remarkable results with the resources available to achieve its goals. Of the 10 recommendations made during the 14th session, 7 have been implemented. The agricultural census has made progress with more than 816,000 family farms counted at the midpoint. Transition President noted the implementation of the government's action plan, which includes support activities to prevent food shortage by providing support to vulnerable people. It will therefore be necessary to innovate further, opening up to other expertise to boost agricultural productivity. This by relying on available resources and collaborated with the highest countries as suggested by the President. The agricultural season was marked by the heavy rain, causes flooding in some areas, loss of human life, and the states of emergency declared by the government. The chairperson of the High Council of Agriculture stated the results presented. These results were achieved thanks to the commitment of all stakeholders, including farmers, economic operators, and suppliers of agricultural inputs. The head of state congratulated them for the positive actions undertaken once the assessments and projections were made for the new 2025 campaign.
The energy regulators of the Confederation of Sahel States were meeting in Bamako. This is the first meeting aimed at defining a common and shared vision for the regulation of the energy sector. The aim is to set up a harmonized regulatory system for the sector. According to the Prime Minister, head of a government, this high-level meeting between regulators testifies to the unity of the three countries in tackling major regional issues. Mamari Kone and Binta Kamisogo reports.
Energy plays a leading role in the success of the development dimension of the Confederation of Sahel States, AES. This first meeting of energy developers from Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger is a contribution to the realization of this alliance. The energy sector regulatory authorities are thus committed alongside the AES authorities to design and build a harmonized framework, a framework that should constitute the future basis for energy exchanges between the member countries of the Confederation. The Malian authorities, who ensure the presence of the Confederation of Sahel States, are delighted with this first meeting devoted to energy in the common space. This meeting, placed under the banner of Sahelian Solidarity and Strategic Refundation, aims to offer the AES authorities the tools for their own energy liberation. During the 2 days of work, Burkinabe, Malian, and Nigerian sovereign presentation on the National Energy Directorate of of Mali, as well as on the regulatory authorities of the three countries. They also carried out field visits. Within the AES conference, we are moving toward shared energy sovereignty.
13 African countries are meeting in Bamako for a regional forum on the transformation towards a sustainable agricultural system, sharing experiences of scaling up, financing and institutionalizing the intensive rice-growing system in West Africa. The three-day meeting brings together agricultural producers, supports, research and funding structures. The Prime Minister, Minister of Territorial Administration and Decentralization, Major General Abdoulaye Maïga, presided over the opening ceremony in the presence of several members of the government. Mamari Kone and Maria COULIBALY's reports.
With an annual consumption of 20 million tons, rice occupied an important place in food and nutrition security in West Africa. The ever-increasing demand for rice due to demographic growth and increased consumption leads to increased imports. Yet, in view of the West Africa countries, the actors believe that this trend can be reversed. This regional forum, which is held in the spirit of a national forum on sustainable financing, the national program of the rice and culture system of Mali benefits from the support of German cooperation. The agricultural system needs technical and especially financial support through a real strategy of revival access on the intensification and agricultural progress and the creation of a more competitive market for actors in the rice sector, according to the Prime Minister, head of government. The forum participants will follow a panel on the financing of a rice and intensive crop system, climate change, as well as the transformation and the role of each stakeholder. The Prime Minister finally visited the exhibition stands opened for the occasion.
The first ordinary session of the High Council of Local Authorities opened this Monday afternoon. During this session, the National Councillor will examine files sent to them by the government for consultation and renew the institution's bureau. Sumela Bartier and Binta Kamsoko provide an update.
This return for the 7 Republican institutions comes at the time when the country's socio-political and security news is relatively dense. The winter is already beginning to set in, and the specter of last year remains vivid in everyone's mind with its attendant flooding. The president of the High Council of Communities is pleased that the government is taking the bull by the horns. The country is on the way to controlling the energy crisis, which has caused much discussion and saliva to flow. And the president of the High Council of Communities salutes the resilience of the Malian people. The High Council of Communities, through its president, supports Mali's defense and security forces for their commitment to ensuring the total security of the national territory. Regarding current socio-political events, President Mamadou Satiki Diakité invites stakeholders to prioritize dialogue and work towards establishing a climate of tolerance and harmony for lasting peace in Mali. Finally, according to the president of the High Council of Communities, the intersection was not a rest for the national advisor. His institution carried out several regular activities and made contributions to national policy documents.
The activities of National Press Freedom Week are continuing with a roundtable on the program. Media professionals discuss the theme of journalism and artificial intelligence, risks and opportunities in Mali. The meeting took place at Press House on the initiative of the Alliance of Women Print Media Professionals in Mali. Musa Kamara and Maria COULIBALY for reports.
In recent years, artificial intelligence revolutionizes journalistic practices, offering new opportunities in terms of information processing and used to minimize the risk. The Alliance of Professionals of the Written Press of Mali (APPM) is organizing this meeting to sharpen their weapons. The aim is to protect press freedom and guarantee the integrity of information. According to the president of the meeting, with artificial intelligence, if media professionals do not organize themselves, the risk could be even greater. Already it is inviting itself into daily work of journalists. The EPBM intends to provide knowledge on the use of artificial intelligence, but also to inform the men and women of the media about the risks and opportunities they entail. More than 50 media professionals and partners took part in this roundtable.
Global Media Dialogue Waves 2025 has been held in India, where 75 countries throughout the world were present, among them our Director General of ORTM, Hassan Baba Jombele. We propose you some reaction of participants at the microphone of Sidiki Dambele. Follow.
Well, what I'm hoping to see at the end of the event is for Nigeria to have this partnership and collaborations with people from different countries, for our creative sector in Nigeria to be able to, have this partnership, get funding opportunities, and for us as a country to have exchange programs between Nigeria and other countries across the globe. That's what we hope for.
No, Waves is a very good important because it believes in creativity. It believes in connecting the global world here in India. So industry, trade, economy. So all these could be projected through creativity and by connecting people together. And also this cannot be done without media. India and Africa should work together. We should make joint venture films of Africa-Indian artists, and we should also have a lot of culture together. We should have a lot of cultural program, exchange of actors, exchange of... See, today there is a good synergy between India and Africa to work together because Africa is a future developing country.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of Mali News, but stay with us for the guests of the week. Today I'm with Yusuf Makasuba, Professor of English at NSUP. Welcome, dear Professor.
Thank you so much.
So today we are going to talk about the cooperative principle.
Yes.
What does it say and what are its tenets?
Yeah, it is a concept invented by a philosopher, Paul Grice, and it implied that the people who participate or the participant in a communication, in a conversation, agree to cooperate, agree on some term, on some norm, in order to communicate effectively. This is the meaning of the cooperative principle.
So could you tell us more about each of the four maxims of the cooperative principle?
Yeah, so there are four maxims: the maxim of quality, the maxim of relevance, and the maxim of manners. Those are the four maxims.
So please give us some example where the maxims are followed or not.
Yes. Okay. So the maxim of quantity first is you don't have to say more than what is necessary. Don't say little, too much, too little. Don't do that. This is the principles. You just say what is needed, the amount of information which is needed for the conversation.
Yeah.
You said, don't say too much, don't say too little.
Okay.
And the maximum of quality, this is to be truthful. Don't lie. Don't say things for which you don't have evidence in a conversation.
Yes.
Whatever you said, you should have some proof. And then we have the maximum of relevance. Okay, you have to be relevant. And then you have the maximum of manners. You have to be order. Say things to be clear and orderly.
Yes.
don't try to say things, you have to be organized. Whatever you say in this maximum of manner, you have to be organized.
Okay. So how does the cooperative principle help your students conduct an effective communication?
Yes, the impact of this, when our students follow those maxims, it will be very good. Because first, in the maximum of honor, they are clear and organized. For example, I am a writing teacher. When I read the paper, students try to communicate their thoughts.
Yes.
So they need to be clear, concise, and then don't give too much information. Just say what is relevant, what is needed for the conversation, and say truthful things. Okay. So this is very important for me, because academically speaking, if you are well organized in your paper and you know how to communicate your ideas, that's the most important thing. So there is no ambiguity. So teacher can read your paper and understand exactly the point you are trying to make. And this is very important in academic endeavor. But I have the feeling that most of our students, because they are speaking English and we are in a French-speaking country, they always violate the maximum of quantity. They say more than what is needed, just to show their interlocutor that they want to speak. They want to speak English. They know how to speak English. It gives them a kind of self-certification, and then they exaggerate.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Chef.
Yes, thank you.
I hope we'll be together next time for another topic.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the guest of the week, but we go in the classroom to show you some activities about opportunities and how to do an interview after applying for a job. Follow these two things.
Have you ever heard of the word opportunity and wondered what it really means? People often refer to opportunities, whether in business or sports, as moments that lead to incredible achievements. That's exactly our word of the week in English time. Opportunity. O-P-P-O-R-T-U-N-I-T-Y. Opportunity. It refers to a chance for progress or advancement. An opportunity is like a door waiting to be opened. It represents a chance to achieve something great, to learn, grow, and succeed. For a business person, it can be a new market to explore. For an athlete, it might be a shot at scoring the winning goal. The word comes from the Latin word opportunitas. And in French, we say opportunité. Now let's use the word in sentences. Learning English opens many opportunities. Apprendre la langue anglaise ouvre beaucoup d'opportunités. This is a great opportunity to practice speaking. Voici là une bonne opportunité de pratiquer l'expression orale. Africa is a land of opportunity. L'Afrique est une terre d'opportunité. Some synonyms of opportunity include occasion, convenience, and opening. Some antonyms are misfortune, bad luck, and closure. Now, seize the opportunity to use this word in your daily conversations, and I will see you next week for more words to learn. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and stay connected on English Time. Thank you. Good morning, Musa. Welcome to Bamako Development Initiatives. Please have a seat.
Good morning, Fatou. Thank you for having me.
Let's get started. Can I see your resume?
Of course. Here is my resume.
Thank you. I see you included a motivation letter with your application. It's clear you're very interested in this role.
Yes, I wanted to explain why I'm excited about this position and how I can contribute to your projects.
Can you introduce yourself and tell me about your experience?
My name is Moussa Traoré. I graduated from the University of Bamako with a degree in project management. During my internship at a local NGO, I helped organize workshops on clean water practices. I worked closely with the team to prepare materials and coordinate participants.
That's excellent. Why are you interested in this position?
I admire Bamako development initiatives for its focus on education and health in rural areas. I believe this position will help me grow professionally while allowing me to contribute my skills to meaningful projects.
What specific skills do you bring to the role?
I am very organized and good at managing tasks. I also have experience in teamwork and communication, which I believe are essential for this role.
How do you handle deadlines or unexpected challenges?
I create a clear plan for my tasks and prioritize what needs to be done first. For example, during my internship, we faced a delay with printing workshop materials. I quickly adapted by arranging for digital copies, and everything went smoothly.
That's a great approach. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, I'd like to know more about the team I would be working with.
Of course, the project team includes 2 assistants and 3 managers. You'll work closely with them to plan and execute activities.
That sounds exciting. Thank you for explaining.
Thank you, Musa. It was a pleasure speaking with you. We will contact you in a few days about the next steps.
Thank you, Fatou. I look forward to hearing from you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is all for our program on English. Thank you for your attention. We'll be together next Saturday, same time, same channel, ORTM 1. May God bless Mali. Goodbye.